Epic secretly gave us the coolest update ever, and they didn't even mention it in the patch notes whatsoever. We got customizable terrain. And you might think, wait, what? We already had that before. No. Yes, we have obviously all the options that we could ever wish for. We have terrain editing, we have some pre-made terrain, which is obviously the Fortnite terrain. But in the latest update, Epic actually gave us the option to customize this terrain, which was not possible before. So you basically had to make a AAA terrain yourself, which not only takes a lot of time, but you might do a lot of things wrong on the way. And they just gave it to us for free. We can now just customize it as we want to. But before we jump into the landscape, there's two things that I want to show you before. There's first of all, the Fab store now has some new prefabs, and actually one which is for free. So we technically got a free gallery. I think that was updated yesterday, so it was not technically on the update. But you can see the Old West Volume 2 is completely free. You can use it. It is a super nice gallery. Obviously, it's a very unique style, but there's a few assets in here which you can obviously always use, which especially for like more old or nature type maps, this would definitely be helpful. There's some skate park and some other stuff for money, but this one is completely free. You also might have noticed that there is now an auto start when the game starts. You can actually turn that off if you click that little button over here. That was something that was super annoying for me, and I do not want to start immediately into the game. I want to check first. So if you do not want to have that as well, make sure that you turn it on here. But let's get into the landscape material, which is super amazing. Alright, as you can see already here, this one is provided by Epic Games. So they gave you this for free. Basically, they updated it with the last update. I'd rather say this is a little bit more of an like realistic type of Fortnite material, and it still does have the like Fortnite style, but it is looking obviously a lot different from the original one. The original one still exists, so don't worry. But you can now go into your like Fortnite browser here and then type in landscape. Go down a little bit, you will be greeted with two new materials here. You have this like first one, which is called landscape customizable, and then you have customizable 1. This first one here is the one that I'm showing off right here. The second one is one which you really cannot use in that sense. It is one which you have to make it instant and use it freely. I'll show you how you can do that in a second. How you would do that is you right click on them and then you can see create material instance. You can even do it with the standard one, but this one doesn't have too many cool options. But the two new ones are made so you can actually change the textures of them, which is absolutely amazing and which will allow you to do some crazy things. For example, alright, let's just say we create a completely new landscape. We can select obviously our material here. So since we created a landscape cool, we can select that and we can create world. Alright, this right now is obviously the exact same one as we had before. We can paint some hills and it obviously looks the same as the new one. But now, for example, you don't like how the rock here looks. So you don't want to have this cliff hanging here. You want to have a different style of a cliff. So you can just go into your landscape material. And the first one is obviously the grass, so that's the basic one. For example, let's go down to the, I think, where is it? The cliff. Check these, so check the spatula and also check the normal. And now what we have to do is basically change this into anything we want. So we have, for example, this wood texture here. So we're going to change it into a random wood texture. Make sure that we have all of the correct textures in there. And now if we save this and we go out, you can see that our rock changed into this wood texture, which actually doesn't look too bad, to be honest. So we're going to paint a little bit of this like debris here, the mud, whatever that is going to be. We go into the second layer here and we're now going to change this to brick, even though that doesn't make any sense. And now we can close this out and you can see now this is brick. Obviously with still the normal, but you know what I'm trying to say here. So this basically gives you a like Epic Games level material. You can even go as far as actually changing the texture scale here. So for example, if you think, okay, these bricks need to be a little bit bigger, you can actually go here and change them up to like a 9000 and then they will look like this. Otherwise you have to make this for yourself, which is not easy at all, especially if you're new to like uefn or Unreal Engine in general. You can, for example, just download materials from Megascans and just like have like super realistic materials in this like Fortnite already pre-made landscape. Alright, if you have any more questions, leave it down in the comments below and I will see you guys back in the next one.